So in a bid to combat the rising crime rates in Mpumalanga, the provincial government has recruited 1,200 crime prevention wardens to work alongside the police in high crime areas. This follows a similar initiative launched by the Gauteng Premier Panyaza Lesufi, with the crimes such as murder, rape and car hijacking plaguing the province. Authorities seem determined to turn the tide. Will this be effective? Let's now bring in the Community Safety, Security and Liaison MEC, Macie, about the new strategy and its impact on the public safety. MEC, a very good morning to you. Thank you so much for making time for us. Why are you convinced that having the peace wardens or crime prevention wardens will work for Mpumalanga?
Thank you very much. Good morning to you. Good morning to your viewers at home, Centre. It's one of the effort and measures that we are putting in place as Mpumalanga government, particularly the Department of Community Safety, Security and Liaison in Mpumalanga. We cannot fold our arms and sit and watch a criminal taking over our space. Therefore, we need, because if you look at the challenges that we are having in terms of the human resource in the police force, even in the level of our traffic officers, we need more, but due to budget constraint, we are unable to get more what we want. Therefore, we came with a strategy to recruit the crime warden as a force multiplier in trying to assist us in combating crime in our province. You will recall that Mpumalanga is thriving through agriculture and tourism. So when the tourists are no longer interested to come and invest in our province, then it becomes a challenge, because it means there are no job creation, because 10 to 11 tourists that are visiting Mpumalanga, we are creating one job opportunities. So it is important that we make sure that they feel comfortable when they come here, they feel safety, because they want to, due to the recruitment of the crime warden, they will be able to assist. We are going to also deploy them in our 90 police stations that we are having in Mpumalanga. So we multiply our force and so that we're able to fight this scourge of crime and other issues related to crime, like your GPV and so forth and so on. Therefore, we came to a conclusion that we are convinced that this is what they are going to assist us. Moreover, crime is not the sole responsibility. Yes, in terms of the law, it's assigned to the police who are trained to do so. But however, all of us, if we come together as a community, we will be able to assist, to work with community, with the police, so that we'll be able to fight crime.
Yeah, you speak about the issue in relation to budget. Just help us make sense of this. So there is no budget to appoint police officers, but there's a budget to appoint crime prevention wardens. How much would you be paying a crime prevention warden that couldn't go to the police in terms of budget?
We are recruiting, national department, they are recruiting. Now, this financial year, they've recruited 10,000. Then you divide the 10,000 into 9 provinces. In our case, as in Mpumalanga, we have received less than 800. 800 out of 90 police stations. You can tell that this is not enough. Continuously, we are recruiting them. But in the meantime, we ought to come up with a mitigation factor. It's not about the issue that we at once, because this one, we're not going to train them like we're taking when you recruit police or traffic officers, where you're taking them for a year or two to a particular course, then they will come out as fully trained and qualified to be peace officers. So this one, they are going to be trained, one trained as the basic, as the security guard. They will be able to do all the basic to assist us. Therefore, hence we are saying we are trying to mitigate in what we are having as a challenge to us, because we cannot sit and say we want to wait up until such time we have a full complement of the human resource in terms of fighting crime.
Will they be going through basic military training as well, like we've seen with the ones in Gauteng?
Definitely, we are in engagement with the South African Defence Force and also SAPS as well. They will be going to those basic training so that they will come and assist us. Part of the initiative is to show and demonstrate to the community that all of us, we need to come together and fight a crime and isolate criminal. To me, as I'm being given the responsibility to lead this government, when I see a police van arresting an individual and taking him to prison or send him behind bars, to me, as the department, it's service delivery. When I see tourists visiting in our province coming out in and out unharmed, to me, it's service delivery. Therefore, we are not going to compromise. Hence, we came up with this mitigation factor to assist in trying to resolve the issue of crime.
Okay. MEC, one of the major issues is also what's currently playing out in Sabi and with the illegal mining in the province. Of course, you have Operation Valumkoti, which you have the police as well as the SNDF working together. From your understanding around what took place in Sabi, what information has been shared with you and what's your understanding of the operation going forward?
We are continuously, remember, when we came into office, I think 5 to 6 months ago, we embarked on a journey to try to find out exactly what is happening with particularly the site of Sabi and all areas that are affected by illegal mining in our province. Then we came with that Operation Valumkoti, and we intensify it. If you notice, Mark, when you analyze properly, you will notice that people are involved. I'm not saying largely. The South African citizens are not participating in the in legal mining, but the majority are of foreign nationals with whom they are heavily armed with AK-47. Because you are in the news, you notice recently we just passed one guy who was carrying more than 7 AK-47 and thousands of rounds of ammunition. So therefore, we ought to intensify the information that we are getting, that 150, they are still trapped, are still trapped there underneath the ground. So we hope that they are coming one by one, they will be able to come out. But and the news that we have also got that is that there are three that are already passed away inside the mine. So we are working for now. Let's give police a space to do their job. We are in support of the police in whatever decision that they will come up. We are behind the police that indeed this operation, remember, it came as a result of the intensity that we have put in terms of the Operation Valumkoti in our areas.
Yeah, what conversation do you then think MEC should be taking place? The point that you stress now about the majority of the illegal miners are foreign nationals, and some may be coming from neighboring Mozambique, neighboring Zimbabwe as well. What conversations should be happening in SADC to say, how do we find a solution to this particular problem that is plaguing South Africa specifically right now? But as Nigeria's President Bola Tinubu had said, that unfortunately it is not just only in South Africa, but it's happening on the continent.
The government need to come, we deal with the border issue. Our borderline are so porous, but we have escalated the matter to the Department of Public Works to let us look whether the possibility this miner we can able to resuscitate them. If not, let's close them. That will be informed based by the study that we ought to the government undertake, so that we come to an informed and a decision in terms of whether the miner are of assistance to us. If they are, we can see that the mine we can continue because mining, because these people are thousands of people, then it shows you that underneath the ground, it means they are getting something. In the area of Premium Rest and Sabi, things now they become more expensive. A container of peanut butter that is almost 100 grams, it's so expensive due to these legal miners because they are spending a lot of money. They are going they are going underground for almost 6 months and then more. Then they are being given food inside the mine, and when they get this food, it's very expensive. So the agenda now, as the government, we ought to take whether that must be on the table. We must be able to discuss and say, is it proper that we continue and say this is the mine that we must continue to? It's proper that we continue with living this mine like they are now. People and let people do as they wish now, or we legalize and formalize everything, then we continue to mine. If we the study show to the point to a direction that no, we are not going to the mining, they are not of beneficiary, let's close them. But it's difficult because when you arrive to a position of closing the mine, you need to make sure that there are no people inside the mine. Because once you close the mine, there was the discussion to say, Mpumalanga, let's close the mine. I say, by so doing, we'll be committing genocide because there are people who are living there now and serious things that are happening that are not good to society. They kidnap our sisters, they kidnap our young brothers and take them to go and work as the slave on those mines by these foreign nationals.
Yeah. You say that there was a suggestion that was made to close off the mines. Was the suggestion made to close off the mines right now, immediately, while you still have people that are underground, and that's the reason why you speak of it would be seen as a genocide? Who made this suggestion?
Yes, they were pushing that, hey, come, let's close this mine as of now. I said, let's wait and check, is there anyone inside the mine before we take to that step? Because this is a drastic step that we ought to be taking. But we'll be guided by the DME, Department of Mineral Energy, because we are in discussion with them. Ours is to ensure that there is peace as a department, there is harmony within our society. That is our responsibility. The other technicalities that we are in terms of the discussion of this matter will rest with the Department of Mineral Energy.
Yeah, who made this suggestion, MEC?
It's the society.
It's the society that is saying that?
Yes.
And in this particular case, you are saying that unfortunately you can't do this. And I'll tell you why I'm asking this particular question, MEC, is because Operation Valumkoti's strategy has been that you deprive the workers underground, the illegal mine workers underground, of food as well as water supply. And then you'll be able to force them out or, quote, smoke them out, as Minister Kumbuzo Chaveni has said. But here the suggestion is, sure, you can go ahead.
We are not depriving anybody any rights to get the food. They went voluntary because they on their side, they believe what they are doing is right on their side. So when we are in an operation as the Department of Safety, then when we operate, we do this operation of Valumkoti. If we find you are inside there, it's not our responsibility to say whether, when, how you must give. You must get food. Your responsibility is to cooperate with the law and come out, and then everything will be taken once you taken care of once you came out of or you resurface underneath the ground. So it is important that we must clear it up that we are not depriving anyone right. If they want food, they must come out and they will get food.
But are you blocking food and water supply from going down?
No. We are not doing that.
You are not doing it.
We are not unfortunately, we are not the supplier. So we are not in a position to even know who is supplying them, who's not supplying them. So we're unable to block or allow them to get the food or not. So because the operation there is very clandestine and they are operating nicodemously. So for us as the department, we are not in a position to stop anyone for anyone supplying them food inside there.
All right. MEC, just a quick final one. In conclusion, the festive season coming up, we're expecting a lot of travelling that's going to happen in between the border posts, especially the ones Limbombo and the other one, between Mpumalanga as well as Mozambique. What's your assessment of what the situation currently is in Mozambique and whether or not it would necessitate a decision to perhaps once again close down the Limbombo border post? What's the situation currently?
Andre, unfortunately, on our side, we are ready as of yesterday, as the Mpumalanga and South Africa, that we allow the free passage towards our neighboring countries, your Kingdom of Swatini and Mozambique, to go and enjoy their holidays, or people who are working in South Africa going to their mother